Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Step 10 and 11 prayer and meditation meeting. Just for today, I will try to live through this day only and not tackle my whole life problem at once. I can do something for 12 hours that would appall me if I felt that I had to keep it up for a lifetime. Just for today, I will be happy. Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be. Just for today, I will adjust myself to what is and not try to adjust everything to my own desires. I will take my luck as it comes and fit myself to it. Just for today, I will try to strengthen my mind. I will study. I will learn something useful. I will not be a mental loafer. I will read something that requires effort, thought, and concentration. Just for today, I will exercise my soul in 3 ways. I will do somebody a good turn and not get found out. If anybody knows of it, it will not count. I will do at least 2 things I don't want to do, just for exercise. I will not show anyone that my feelings are hurt. They may be hurt, but today I will not show it. Just for today, I will be agreeable. I will look as well as I can, dress becomingly, talk low, act courteously, criticise not one bit, not find fault with anything, and not try to improve or regulate anybody except myself. Just for today, I will have a programme. I may not follow it exactly, but I will have it. I will save myself from 2 pests, hurry and indecision. Just for today, I will have a quiet half hour all by myself and relax. During this half hour, sometime, I will try to get a better perspective of my life. Just for today, I will be unafraid. Especially I will not be afraid to enjoy what is beautiful and to believe that as I give to the world, so the world will give to me. So we're at step 10 and 11 evening prayer and meditation. We're also here at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. every day on the same Zoom code. The room will also be left open afterwards for unity, questions and sharing. You don't need to be at step 10 and 11 to enjoy this meeting. But it's great that you're here, and it's wonderful because what this does is it gives us the opportunity for those who aren't at those steps to practice, to get into a routine, and that's what it's really all about, getting into a routine. It's useful to have a notepad to assist in the nightly review, and some may have apps on their phone like a spiritual toolkit. It's just whatever suits you. I would like to just pause for a second and just recommend that you check your environment that you're in at the moment, the room that you're in. Are you comfortable? Is it free from any distraction or anything? And if it isn't, adjust it accordingly, because this is just half an hour that you're investing in yourself and getting into a good practice. I always find that it's really, really beneficial if I'm not distracted. There you are, there, it's on the screen now. We can recover 3 meetings every day. Great that it's the same Zoom code, and it gives you an opportunity to just get into that routine again. And if you stay back at the end, if anybody is interested in doing any service or hosting one of the meetings, then please do stay back and speak to us at the end. Sponsorship. Yeah, really, really, really important for our recovery. It's a really important element. It is suggested to find somebody that's kind of face-to-face sponsor in your local area. But if anybody does need a phone sponsor, we do have lists of sponsors. So if you stay back at the end, we can pass those on to you afterwards, after the meeting. Do I have a volunteer who would like to read the step 3 prayer, please?
Tracy, recovered addict.
Lovely.
Step 3 prayer. Let's just zoom in. Hang on, sorry. God, I offer myself to thee, to build with me and do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness. To those I would have with the power, thy love, and the way of life. May I do thy will always. Thank you for letting me read.
Oh, man, thank you very much. That was wonderful. Thank you. Now we have the Thomas Merton prayer. Would anybody like to volunteer to read this for us this evening, please?
Yes, I'd like
please.
to do that, please, Christine. Oh. Sorry.
Sorry, Lynn, go on.
Okay.
Shall I do it?
Yeah, if you do this one and then whoever came in after that, you can do the next reading. Would that be all right?
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so the Thomas Merton prayer. My Lord God, I have no idea where I am going. I do not see the road ahead of me. I cannot know for certain where it will end, nor do I really know myself. And the fact that I think I am following your will does not mean that I am actually doing so. But I believe that the desire to please you does in fact please you. And I hope I have that desire in all that I am doing. I hope that I will never do anything apart from that desire. And I know that if I do this, you will lead me by the right road, though I may know nothing about it. Therefore will I trust you always. Though I may seem to be lost and in the shadow of death, I will not fear, for you are ever with me and you will never leave me to face my perils alone. Thanks for letting me read, Christine.
Oh man, that was wonderful. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. And whoever came in earlier, would you like to come in and read chapter 5, how it works?
Yes, please. Thank you. I'm Stacey.
Thank you.
Okay. Chapter 5, how it works. Rarely we have seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. They are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way that we used to be like what happened and what we are like now. If you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. At some of these we thought we could not find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measures avowed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Is that it?
Thank
Yeah?
you. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. That was lovely. Thank you very much for your service. Thank you. Okay, so a little bit about our nightly review. The whole meditation meeting is based on our wonderful big book, and the questions for the nightly review are taken from there. It's helping us to constructively review our day, and the clue is actually in that it's constructive, it's not destructive. So what we don't do is we don't beat ourselves up over our day. We're trying to find things that we're looking to improve on, and also areas where we can celebrate that we got through the day, because as we become more well and get more into our recovery, then we that we can learn to celebrate rather than to tear ourselves down. What I will do is I'll pause in between these questions, and that just gives us an opportunity to make a note of our answers. But if anything does come up that needs a little bit more time, you can either do that during the meditation or afterwards. Okay, this is a 2-page reading, chapter 6, Into Action. Do I have a volunteer who would like to read this for us, please?
Go ahead, Lorena.
Okay. These thoughts bring us to step 10, which suggests we continue to take personal inventory and continue to set right any mistakes as we go along. We vigorously commence this way of living as we cleaned up the past. We have entered the world of the spirit. Our next function is to grow in understanding and effectiveness. This is not an overnight matter. It should continue for a lifetime. Continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear.
When these crop up, we ask God at once to remove them. We discuss them with someone immediately and make amends quickly if we have harmed anyone. Then we resolutely turn our thoughts to someone we can help. Love and tolerance of others is our code. And we have ceased fighting anything or anyone, even alcohol, for by this time sanity will have returned. We will seldom be interested in liquor. If tempted, we recoil from it as from a hot flame. We react sanely and normally, and we will find that this has happened automatically. We will see that our new attitude toward liquor has been given us without any thought or effort on our part. It just comes. That is a miracle of it. We are not fighting it, neither are we avoiding temptation. We feel as though we had been placed in a position of neutrality, safe and protected. We are neither cocky nor we afraid. That is how we react so long as we keep in fit spiritual condition. It is easy to let up on the spiritual program of action and rest on our laurels. We are headed for trouble if we do, for alcohol is a subtle foe. We are not cured of alcoholism. What we really have is a daily reprieve, contingent on the maintenance of a spiritual condition. Every day is a day when we must carry the vision of God's will into all of activities. How can I best serve thee? Thy will, not mine, be done. These are thoughts which must go with us constantly. We can exercise our willpower along this line all we wish. It is the proper use of the will. Much has already been said about receiving strength, inspiration, and direction from Him who has a knowledge and power. If we have carefully followed directions, we have begun to sense the flow of His Spirit into us. To some extent, we have become God conscious. We have begun to develop this vital sixth sense, but we must go further, and that means more action. Step 11 suggests prayer and meditation. We shouldn't be shy on this matter of prayer. Better meant than we are using it constantly. It works if we have the proper attitude and work at it. It would be easy to be vague about this matter, yet we believe we can make some definite and valuable suggestions. When we retire at night, we constructively review our day.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you. Thank you. And now on to our questions. Question number 1, were we resentful? Question number 2, were we selfish? Did selfishness or self-seeking or self-pity creep in today? Question number 3, were we dishonest, either to ourselves or someone else? Question number 4, were we afraid? Did fear creep in today? Question number 5, do we owe an apology? And question number 6, have we kept something to ourselves which should be discussed with another person at once? Question number 7, were we kind and loving to all? Question number 8, what could we have done better? Is there anything that you can think of that you can improve on tomorrow? Question number 9, were we thinking of ourselves for most of the time? And the last question, question number 10, were we thinking of what we could do for others, of what we could pack into the stream of life? Well done, everyone. So remember, we must be careful not to drift into worry, remorse, or morbid reflection, for that would diminish our usefulness to others. Oh, it's a great reading, this. Would somebody like to volunteer to read the acceptance prayer, please?
I could do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, acceptance. And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me, and I cannot find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's will by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober. Unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as on what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for reading that. I love that. So, as always, after making our review, we ask God's forgiveness and inquire what corrective measures should be taken. Is there anyone who would like to read the Step 7 prayer, please?
I can do that.
Yes, please.
Step 7 prayer. My Creator, I am now willing that you should have all of me, good and bad. I pray that you now remove from me every single defect of character which stands in the way of my usefulness to you and my fellows. Grant me strength as I go out from here to do your bidding. Amen.
Oh, thank you. That was lovely. Thank you ever so much. Okay, so a little bit about meditation. As it says on the screen, it is a prayerful, conscious contact with God, your higher power. I like to look at the prayer as, asking God for guidance, and and then the meditation is like really listening for God's answer, really just having that quiet time. I'll slowing everything down a little bit. I find it really, really helps if I close my eyes and I take deep breaths in, thinking about God, my higher power, thinking about all the things I've been grateful for the day, all the real positive things that recovery are bringing me. And I get myself into that habit of doing that, a real habit of doing it. And then just breathing anything out, any negativity, anything I feel like's blocking me with God, just let it all out. And it's a practice. I know I keep saying it, but I just want to encourage you, it's a practice. And it doesn't make us perfect, just in case we're all striving for that perfection. It's progress, isn't it? Not perfection, as our program says. If your mind wanders like mine does, I focus back on my breathing, close my eyes, and I center myself and get back into it. Just do your very, very best. It's really good to do. This is a really, really good practice. It's really, really good for us. So meditation music will start shortly, but if you do come off this screen, you won't actually hear the music. It's 10 minutes. Just do the best. Do as best that you can, and I'll see you back here in 10. Welcome back, everyone. That was wonderful. Welcome back. Do I have a volunteer who'd like to read the Step 12 prayer, please?
Yeah, I'll do it. Kate, addict.
Thank you.
12-step prayer. Dear God, my spiritual awakening continues to unfold. The help I have received I shall pass on and give to others, both in and out of the fellowship. For this opportunity I am grateful. I pray most humbly to continue walking day by day on the road of spiritual progress. I pray for the inner strength and wisdom to practice the principles of this way of life in all I do and say. I need you, my friends, and the program every hour of each day. This is a better way to live.
Oh, man, thank you ever so much. That was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me read.
Thank you. And do I have a volunteer to read the prayer of St. Francis, please?
I can do that.
Yes, please.
Lauren Haddock, prayer of St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace, that where there is hatred, I may bring love, that where there is wrong, I may bring the spirit of forgiveness, that where there is discord, I may bring harmony, that where there is error, I may bring truth, that where there is doubt, I may bring faith, that where there is despair, I may bring hope, that where there are shadows, I may bring light, that where there is sadness, I may bring joy. Lord, grant that I may seek rather to comfort than to be comforted, to understand than to be understood, to love than to be loved. For it is by self-forgetting that one finds, and it is by forgiving that one is forgiven.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you everybody for being here this evening. It's been really, really lovely. And congratulations on the 24 hours clean and sober. And well done for taking the time to invest in your recovery. It's really, really important. As we said at the beginning, the room will stay open after the meeting for sharing, questions and fellowship. So don't take something away that's in your head. Do share it with someone before you lay your head down this evening. And it just remains for me to invite you all to come in and join in the Serenity Prayer. If you'd like to unmute and come in, using the word God as you do, or will come to understand him. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Well done, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much.